Hey, what's up guys, Jack here with the Hobby Lair, and today we have a second Fallout Commander deck. This one is Science. We have red, blue, and white. This is a Jeskai deck that is focused around energy. So recently this deck has become a lot more popular because of the MH3, Modern Horizons 3 energy deck that synergizes really well with this. And you've got a ton of support from Modern Horizons 3 as well around energy. So this deck has seen a surge in popularity, but not really in the price. So great time to still pick this thing up. All right, let's get this thing open. I will say I've not found a good way to open up these boxes, so I do tend to end up destroying them. If anyone knows a good way to open up these boxes without doing that, please let me know. Let's check out the counter here. Very cool little spin down. Yeah, I really like how they personalize these to the deck. I wish they would do that a lot more. All right, let's see what the deck box looks like here. Nice. And then we'll open this at the very end. The intro is for this deck. So pre-war technology, Dr. Madison Lee, generate power-up robots. Oof. Fun little artifact energy deck here. And then this is our very own Madison Lee. And then Liberty Prime Recharged is a giant robot. So that's also in this deck. All right, so let's get this thing open. Just a little pull tab here. And it opens right up. And then we have the deck itself. All right, so lots of things with this deck here. The face commander here is Dr. Madison Lee, and this is all about casting artifact spells to get energy counters, and then you can pay 1, 3, or 5, buff up all your creatures, you get to draw cards. You even get to return them from your graveyard artifacts, from your graveyard back to the battlefield. This is the secondary one, Liberty Prime Recharge. I really like this guy. He has Vigilance, Trample, and Haste. Whenever he attacks or blocks, sacrifice it, unless you pay 2 energy, but it's an 8/8, which is really good base for a commander. So if you want to use him as kind of like a Voltron thing, this could work, especially with Vigilance, Trample, and Haste there. And all right, so let's dive into these. Yeah, so I think at the onset, when this first came out earlier this year, there was a okay amount of energy support, but not a ton of them. Okay, so this is the bobblehead. It's the endurance one that comes out of this. It's all about giving folks indestructible, but there wasn't a ton of before we dive more into that, Nuka-Cola vending machine. This is one of the 2 cards in this deck that are worth above $5. This one's actually worth $16, $15 to $16. It goes absolutely insane with Academy Manufacturer. You're creating food, you're creating treasure. It's every artifact token deck's dream. All right, so let's take a look at what else. Ooh, nice little swords to plowshare here. Love the art. One of the really cool things about the non-extended, just the playing arts, is there's actually really cool little flavor text on most of them, which is awesome to see. But yeah, so if you buy this, combine it with the other one, the MH3 energy deck, buy a couple of things from MH3. This is the other card that's worth about $5, pretty much a staple in every single commander deck. And then you'll have yourself a super solid deck, just combining the two, even without anything in addition. But then if you grab some of the uncommons and rares, they're relatively inexpensive. Not a lot of people play energy. If you get those 2 decks and a little bit of support, you can actually build a super solid deck focused around energy, and it'd be really relatively cheap to purchase. So I've seen this play out pretty well in Commander nights at my local LGS. Energy is one of those things that it's a resource that people often forget about. And that is probably your biggest advantage while you're playing this. People forget about it, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, by the way, I have 12 energy over here, and this is what I can do with 12 energy. And a lot of energy cards, there's just so much on them, and it's hard to keep track of what each thing can do, especially in MH3, on Horizons 3. There's a bunch of things that have like 3 or 4 modes, and each mode costs a differing amount of energy, and they do a little bit of different things. It's a very complicated mechanic, but if you can master it, you pretty much get an additional advantage above all your opponents. So super nice. All right, let's see if we can get anything else here. A bauble, ash barons. Yeah, land cycle in these precons not great at all. But I mean, they're playable, but yeah, I would have expected a little bit more out of what seems to be not your standard precons, right? For your standard set. So here we get into the full art lands again. Again, I wish they did this for every single precon, but the full art lands are amazing, especially for Lord of the Rings. If they had these in the Lord of the Ring precons, woof, I would have been much happier than with the regular art ones. But yeah, these are just super cool to see. All right, and then we get into the thick stock here. Dr. Madison Lee, foil etched thick stock. And then let's take a quick look at these. Got a couple of human knights here. Food and a copy. Can't have an artifacts deck without Thopters. Treasure and junk. Treasure copy. We got clues. There's a lot of stuff happening here. Tons of stuff happening here. Probably one of the, again, most complicated decks there. And then last but not least, everyone's favorite collector booster sample pack. Let's see what we can get out of this. All right, we got ourselves a Helios 1. So this is really good for this deck. And a Stolen Strategy. 2 little extended arts here. All right, again, super quick opening. If you wanted to see any of the cards in more detail, just feel free to go back, pause. I got 2 more to go. So we'll do another one tomorrow. This is going to be great adding all of these to my precon collection. All right, so you guys enjoyed that. Feel free to like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.